Everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today to go over the infamous Zoom meeting that happened last night with Scentsy. So, as everyone is aware, 2 days ago they dropped a whole bunch of articles and news bulletins onto the consultant workstation, which is kind of the hub for us consultants where we get all of our information on product releases, um, policy changes, all that type of thing. So, because of the uproar, and they say mass confusion, but I mean, honestly, you can't be confused by the articles. They were pretty black and white. I mean, there was no gray area, but they said that they wanted to address it um, in one platform so that way people could raise questions and things like that, and they could go over the context behind the changes, the what's and the whys, and hopefully that would make us understand it better and be more positive with the changes. So this video is just me going over that slideshow. I will share with you a couple of the different slides, at least the more important ones, because there were a lot of slides that really weren't pertinent and had to do more with like Scentsy spirit, and I won't go over that. I do want to point out in this video that I'm only doing this as a reaction to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, things like that, and also give you guys a outlet to express your own concerns, since we are not allowed to do that on Facebook, at least within the consulting groups that we are all in. They shut down any type of opinion if it's not positivity and rainbows and butterflies when it comes to Scentsy. So I wanted to at least give you guys an outlet to chat and share and, you know, have that. So this is my opinion only. I'm not going to make the whole video dogging Scentsy and saying bad things, because I feel like that's probably going to be backlashed at me. But I'm not happy with the changes, and I feel like some of them are pretty shisty and cringy, but it is what it is. It's going to happen. These changes are going to happen on March 1st, regardless of how we feel. So we just need to take the information in a positive, professional, adult-like manner and figure out what we want to do with it. You know, whether we want to end our Scentsy journey as a consultant, whether we want to purchase still from them, whether we want to cancel clubs, cancel websites. That is all our opinion. It is our choice. And I feel like we shouldn't be judged for having that choice and choosing the path that we want to choose. So, anyway, the meeting was enlightful. No, not enlightful, insightful. It was insightful. They did give context, they did give numbers. It pretty much confirmed what my assumptions and predictions were for the reasoning behind these changes. The first couple of slides, I won't share them with you because they were extremely inspirational. It was like every inspirational quote with an acronym to hone in direct selling and keep that Scentsy spirit. And they kept emphasizing momentum. Like every time he said momentum, I wanted to take a shot. I'm like, I could get drunk at this point, making it a drinking game with every time that he said momentum. But they were very, very specific in honing in that they need to go back to the basics. They need to go back to what Scentsy was back like in 2010, where it was the consultant and everything was on the consultant. If customers wanted to order, they had to order through the consultant. There wasn't the easy convenience of a website to place your own orders and attach them to a party, and all of that being easily done without having to involve a consultant. So they need to get back to that, because they said currently, looking from the years of like 2018 to 2024, the years of 2023 and 2024, they've pretty much stayed stagnant. Like they are profitable right now, but they're not showing sustainable growth with the way that things are going currently. So they have to change up their model, change things that are going on, because They don't want to get rid of the MLM model. They said that in the meeting. They said they don't want to go to an affiliate model like all these other companies. Monostat. No, just kidding. Yeah, so they don't want to go, they don't want to switch to an affiliate model. They want to keep the team structure. And this is their way of making some changes now that will hopefully show growth later and put them back in the right direction. Because if not, then they are going to have to do increased pricing throughout the board on all of their products to make up the difference and to continue growth. So that's what they said. Now, the reason they had a couple different slides showing the growth and things like that, but there was one slide in particular that I thought really like was an eye opener to, yes, we were all right. So they shared this pie chart and they said globally, out of all the consultants they have, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of consultants that they have globally throughout the 3 regions, 75% of us are inactive and only 25% of us are active and working our business and making that $200 PRV per month and hitting our team goals and the annual sales and monthly sales bonus and all of that stuff, right? So 75% of us are inactive. Well, no duh, Scentsy. No duh, Dan. The majority of your consultants are hobby consultants, like myself, like a lot of you here on YouTube. We're inactive because the only orders we are placing are for ourselves, or maybe the few orders for family and friends that know that we, sell Scentsy and they like wax just as much as us. So yeah, there's a reason why we're inactive. But also, you kind of did it to yourselves because you have shoved it down our throat and taught and preached to turn our customers into consultants. Share the perks. Share the fact that they can get a discount off their own purchase through the commission tier if they choose to be a consultant. Why give somebody else your money when you can make it yourself? So they've literally for years have shoved that down our throat. Turn your customers into consultants. So no crap, there's going to be a higher percentage of inactive consultants because we're pushing it to just be a consultant and get money back on your own purchases. There's very few and far between consultants that are actually making this a full-time business. And that's business in quotations because it's not your business. It's Scentsy's business. You're just a 1099 independent contractor. That's all it is. Of course, only 25% of them are working it to the point where they're making a full-time income off of their downline. And then maybe there are those few consultants that are like in the lead or star consultant or director status that have enough of a customer base and maybe a smaller team where they are active and they are making some commission, but it's not like a livable wage commission, but maybe it's paying their electric bill, maybe it's paying their car payment, maybe they're making enough to at least do that. Yeah, that's why. So this pie chart literally just opened my eyes because I'm like, this is where it is. It's not about them wanting to bring back, the fun of Scentsy and bring back home parties and all this other stuff and make it fun again so that they're profitable again. They're doing it because they're not making money off the hobby consultants and they're tired of it. So of course, they're going to have to revamp their entire model to make it harder to stay a consultant so they can weed out us hobby consultants. That's exactly what they're doing, guys. We were right. They're trying to get rid of us so that way we become the consultants again. I mean, not the consultants. So us hobby consultants can become the customer again. And then we, now a customer, will then have to order off a different consultant to get the same deals that we were getting when we were a consultant. And specifically the buy 5 get 1 free wax bar deal, because that is going away. There wasn't any misinformation. Yes, the bundle and saves are going away, but there are some being completely discontinued. There are some that are not going to be eligible to order through a online website, that you can only do it through a consultant through their own workstation. And then there are some bundle and saves that are going away but being revamped with a new design. So if you guys want, I would highly recommend to check out Robin's video, because she explained all the changes in such a lovely way that was relatable, understandable, all of that. So if you want a great consultant video to watch, watch hers if you really want the breakdown of all the different bundle changes and things like that. I'm not going to go over that in this video. I would highly recommend to watch Robin's, because she did an amazing job and she posted that last night. So I would highly recommend watching that. I'm talking more now on, in my video, why I really think they're doing what they're doing. So they're trying to get rid of us hobby consultants so that we become customers again. So then we'll have to order from the Kool-Aid drinkers. And then the Kool-Aid drinkers, who are the ones that are working the business and the ones that they're actually making money from, they will be the only ones that customers can order from, which then on paper will show their growth again. Because they consistently said in the meeting that they're no longer profitable, and they have to show growth. They have to show sustainable growth, because if they continue what they're doing now, they're not going to show it in a couple of years. Yeah. And there's a reason why they have to show sustainable growth, because a lot of people were questioning, well, if they're such a multi-million-dollar business, why can't they just be happy, staying afloat? Well, it's because they got themselves tied into some big dogs that run this freaking country. Disney. Do you know how powerful Disney is? Do you know how much Disney actually owns in the entertainment world, in the food world? They own so much shit. It's not even funny. Disney is like the Harvey Weinstein of like corporations. Like, it's insane. So they have that, or they have had the contract with Disney for years. I think they started it like in 2016 or something like that. So they've got to show growth with Disney, or Disney's not going to continue to partner with them. And now they're, in line with the Epcot thing and, all these different launches. But also now they've got a new partnership with NBC, with Universal Studios. Universal Studios, another power player that is deeply into the seedy, gritty ness of the entertainment world. So you have these new partnerships, and they're probably multiple year like partnerships and contracts that they made. So they got to show these stakeholders and shareholders in Disney, NBC, Universal Studios that they can hold their own, and they could, keep to their word that they're going to make these moguls money. And they're not going to make them money if they continue to have 75% inactive consultants, because they're just hobby consultants. So yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. And that's why the Scentsy consultants that are deep into Scentsy, that are at the top of the tier, they're trying to shut down the negativity, and they're trying to turn it positive and make it so that we're not truly seeing what's actually being done. Because this is exactly what they're doing. And we all knew it. We all saw it. They're trying to make it harder to be a consultant. They're trying to make it harder. So they're making it so that you have to sell more to stay active, and then punish you by getting a lower commission and things like that if you're not being active. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of people, and I've already seen it on Facebook and other social media, that there's a lot of people quitting. There's a lot of people that are inactive, just hobby consultants that are quitting. They're canceling their websites, they're canceling their clubs, they're dropping their status altogether, because they just don't think it's fair. They don't think it's fair that they're being penalized and having to jump through more hoops just to give their customers, give themselves, the best savings, the best deal, the best way to enjoy Scentsy. right? And Robin made a great point in her video, and I didn't even think about it, but the whole commission thing where if we're not active, we're going to only get 20% versus the 25 that we're getting now. I really don't think that's fair. I think consultants that joined prior to March 1st should be grandfathered in. They should not be penalized with the lower commission because it was sold and marketed that once you hit certified status, which meant your first $1,000 in sale, 1,000 PRV, you got certified status for life. And you will always be paid at that rank for life, regardless if you sold $5 or $5,000 that month. You were always going to get 25% commission because you reached that certified consultant status. I agree with Robin that it should be grandfathered in because that's how it was marketed for years. I mean, we're talking decades, okay? I think consultants that join after March 1st should definitely have the new agreement because that's when it goes into effect. That's all the agreements that we're signing to. Like, I don't think that we should have to re-sign an agreement with these new commission changes if that's what we were told. And like Robin said, you're making us out to be liars when we sold people on being a consultant and said you'd be getting 25% commission for life once you hit certified status. Now you're calling us a liar, and now you're going back onto what was agreed upon. And I think the reason why they're doing it is because they're losing money by paying out that extra 5% commission. And another reason why they're getting rid of the bundle and saves and revamping them is because us consultants are smart. They think we're dumb little sheep in this field and we're just, oblivious to what's going on. No, we're smart with our money. Okay? It's 2025. We're smart. We are aware. We know how to get around things and get savings. We know that if we want to stock up on counter clean, we're going to wait until we get a party that reaches a party tier reward. So we can use a half off item on a 3-pack of counter clean and only pay $15 for it versus paying $10 a bottle. That's why they're getting rid of some of the discounts and revamping them because they're losing out. And I think over time they're seeing that. But that's my little rant. That's pretty much what they came up with for a reasoning, is that they have to show sustainable growth. And with the way that they're going now, they're not going to sustain growth. And to avoid switching to an affiliate model and to avoid increased price changes throughout the entire catalog, these changes are what they feel is valid to move Scentsy back into the right direction. Now, whether it works or not, only time can tell. But I'm telling you right now, they're definitely going to see a decrease in website subscriptions, and they're going to see an influx of consultants quitting. I can already see that right now. I'm not quitting. I just want to let everybody know that. I'm not going to give up my consultant title. I've worked hard for it. I've been a freaking consultant with Scentsy since 2012, on and off. I don't have a customer base like other people. I don't have a team. I legit don't have a team because I don't recruit, because I don't feel the need to recruit. If people want to join under me, great. I'll give you tips and tricks, but I'm not going to sit there and recruit and shove it down your throat. And I do have a small customer base. Like, I have my family, I have my friends that know I sell Scentsy and they order from me. And then I do have a few customers that I don't know, that are complete strangers that I've met through YouTube, and they now have clubs with me, or they now purchase through me through my website. So I'm gonna keep my website for now. I'll probably reevaluate it maybe in 6 months, see how things are going after the new changes happen. But I don't want to I don't want to lose the website just yet because I do have people that actually utilize it. So I won't be giving it up just yet. The cost is ridiculous for it. I think it should just be something that we get for free. Like, I think that should be implemented, but whatever. But I'm not going to give up my consultant status just yet. So, but I definitely would encourage everybody. We have 6.5 weeks to make decisions. Okay, these changes aren't happening until March 1st, right? So we have 6.5 weeks. So let the info sit and digest. Don't make a rash decision, especially if you're going to regret it later, because like I said in my previous video, if you do cancel your consultant title, you do have to wait a certain period of time before you can rejoin, and the rejoin cost is free. You don't have to pay anything to rejoin, but at least for now. But yeah, just sit on it for a little bit. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I mean, it's your life, it's your choice. You do you. You do you. But don't let the Kool-Aid drinkers force you into a decision and a choice that might not be right for you and your family. We're going into hard times. Everything's crazy. I mean, California was just on fire. There's so many people that are devastated with that. We've got all of these snowstorms, other, things that are more weighing than wax at this point. I mean, people are trying to figure out how they're going to afford their heating cost and groceries, and if they're going to have a job, with the fear of the Department of Education getting shut down. I know I'm worried that my job might not exist. But yeah, it's fucking wax, people. Like, Scentsy thinks that this is just like the most amazing thing ever. It's like, do you not realize the popularity with vendor wax? Like, I know probably vendor wax makes little to what Scentsy's bringing in for, profits, but at least they listen to us. At least they give us the sense that we want. At least they include us in their thought process and stuff like that. The other things that I wanted to mention, I don't know if I mentioned them yet, because this is like my third time trying to record this video. They did announce that car bars and travel twist are going away in March, which I get, because those are the least lucrative products. What? I'll put it on there. Good job. You gotta go pee? Yeah, come here. Okay, we have to go pee. Hold on.